Mr. Higgs from an undisclosed location. So, in organizing your essay, one thing to consider is probably the organization. Wikipedia is actually a pretty good model for a way to organize expository writing. Yours will probably be a little shorter than this particular article, but if you look at Wikipedia articles, you'll find that most of them are organized in a very similar way. And most expository writing is actually organized in the same way because it actually works. And it's also how we would expect to find the information. So the first part is usually like an overview. So your first paragraph would be like an overview of kind of the important parts of the topic. So big picture kind of thing. This one, again, is about 3 paragraphs. Yours is going to be pretty short, probably 1 paragraph long, but an overview of the topic. Again, they do this for biographies, events, places, whatever it is. It's usually an overview at the top. Then there's either some like family and childhood or background information or preceding events that are related to the topic. And it's possible that there are multiple sections on that. Honestly, you guys can probably get away with 1 paragraph of precipitating events or background information. And then you can probably go straight to the big thing, what they're actually known for. And in Lincoln's case, that was his presidency, which is way down here. So this is kind of the important part. So the meat of your essay is probably going to be the important parts of information about your person or the events or group of people. And it's going to be probably 1, 2, maybe 3 big paragraphs. But again, you're trying to keep this down to 1,200 words. So maybe 100, 150, maybe 200 for the first paragraph. Again, about 100 to 200 words for the, 100 to 200 words for your first paragraph, kind of the overview of big important information. 1 to 200 words maybe on the kind of background information. And then the meat of the essay, probably about 600 words-ish, maybe 400 words-ish, is going to be on kind of the important stuff, like why is this significant? What's the big point? Kind of like the first paragraph, is the important stuff, but maybe with more detail is a way to think about this. Next 1 or 2, maybe even 3 paragraphs, but about. But about 400 words, maybe 6 for the meaty section on what they're known for, what's important. And then, again, Lincoln, big article, not asking you to write about Lincoln. If you go down to his legacy. So again, maybe 100, 200 words on the aftermath. How this still how this event or this person is relevant to everybody today, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a concluding paragraph where it ties it all up and talks about the relevance. Again, about 100, 200 words. So you've got 100, 200 words in the first paragraph, 100, 200 words in the second paragraph, 100, 200 words at the last paragraph, and the remainder. So let's say that you did 100 words on each one of those 3 sections. The remainder is going to be at least 500 words if you did 100 words on each of those sections on kind of the in-depth why is this important. So think about it that way. You should be fine. And if you want to look at various Wikipedia articles, you'll find that that's kind of how they set it up. Is kind of a big overview at the top, just the real highlights, background information, the meat of it, why the full version, maybe some of the more interesting details, and then the legacy or why is this relevant is kind of your last paragraph there. And if you organize your expository writing kind of on that format, people will know where to find what they're looking for. You should still have a thesis statement in your introduction. You still have your restatement of thesis at the end. And we'll talk more about that. But that's a good way to do your organization. Last thing I'll point out is references. You're going to have your annotated works cited or annotated bibliography at the end. So you're going to have something similar to this. It'll be the last page, and it doesn't count toward your word count.